It stands on a busy downtown street, a place where thousands have checked in for a night's rest. But for some, the Cecil Hotel was their final destination. They walked through its doors, and some were never seen alive again. Police investigated suicides and murders. Families were left without answers. And the hotel itself? It remained silent. So, what really happened inside these walls? What turned this once grand hotel into a real-life house of horrors? Today, we investigate the chilling true crime cases of the guests who checked in, but never checked out. Some buildings just seem to absorb the tragedies that unfold within them. They become landmarks of darkness, their names whispered with a mix of fear and fascination. In the heart of downtown Los Angeles, one such place has earned a reputation unlike any other, the Cecil Hotel. For the better part of a century, it has been linked to a grim history of suicides, murders, and disturbing incidents that feel ripped from the pages of a horror novel. It's a place where the line between tragic coincidence and something more sinister has become hopelessly blurred. To understand how a simple hotel became a nexus for the macabre, we have to go back to the beginning, to the stories of those who entered its lobby and were swallowed by its mystery. We begin with its most infamous case, a mystery that captivated the world and continues to haunt the internet to this day. In January 2013, Elisa Lam, a 21-year-old student from Vancouver, Canada, arrived in Los Angeles as part of a solo trip along the West Coast. She was bright, adventurous, and kept in daily contact with her family back home. On January 26th, she checked into the Cecil Hotel, a budget-friendly option near Skid Row. For a few days, her trip seemed normal. She visited a local bookstore and bought gifts for her family, with the store manager later recalling her as outgoing, very lively, very friendly. But inside the hotel, something was amiss. Lam was initially placed in a shared room, but her roommates soon complained of certain odd behavior, and she was moved to a private room on her own. Then, on January 31st, the day she was scheduled to check out and head to Santa Cruz, her daily calls to her parents stopped. She was gone. Most of her belongings, including her wallet and laptop, were found in her hotel room. The Los Angeles Police Department was notified, and a missing person investigation began. For weeks, there were no leads. It was as if Elisa Lam had simply vanished from the face of the earth. The case took a bizarre and deeply unsettling turn on February 13th, when the LAPD, desperate for clues, released a video that would go viral and ignite a global firestorm of speculation. It was a 2.5-minute surveillance clip from inside one of the Cecil's elevators, recorded on the last night Lam was seen. The footage is profoundly disturbing. Lam enters the elevator alone and presses a series of buttons. But the doors don't close. She cautiously peeks out into the hallway, then quickly retreats back inside, pressing herself into the corner as if hiding from someone. The doors still remain open. She steps out again, looks both ways, and then steps back in, once more hitting multiple buttons. Finally, she steps out of the elevator and begins making strange, fluid hand gestures, as if she's talking to someone just out of the camera's view. After a few more moments, she walks away, and the elevator doors finally close. The video was an instant internet sensation. Millions of people watched it, each with their own theory. Was she being pursued? Was she having a psychotic episode? Or was she interacting with something supernatural? Some even noted her behavior resembled a strange ritual known as the Korean elevator game, in which pressing buttons in a specific order is said to open a portal to another dimension. The footage offered no clear answers, only more questions. It was a haunting final glimpse of Elisa Lam, a digital ghost frozen in a moment of inexplicable fear and confusion. As the mystery of the elevator video deepened, guests back at the Cecil Hotel started to complain. The water pressure in their rooms was low, and the tap water had a strange dark color and an unpleasant taste. On the morning of February 19th, nearly 3 weeks after Lam's disappearance, a hotel maintenance worker went to the roof to investigate the building's 4 large water cisterns. He noticed the hatch on one of the 1,000-gallon tanks was open. When he looked inside, he made a horrifying discovery. Floating face up in the water was the naked body of Elisa Lam. Her clothes, similar to what she wore in the elevator video, were in the tank with her, along with her watch and room key. The tank had to be drained and cut open just to remove her body. The discovery was shocking, but it only created more questions. How did she even get on the roof? The main access was a locked door with an alarm, though a fire escape was also a possibility. More puzzling still, how did she get inside the massive water tank? And if she did it herself, how could the heavy lid have been closed? The maintenance worker who found her claimed the hatch was open, which sparked intense online debate and fueled theories of foul play. In June 2013, the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office released its official findings. Elisa Lam's death was ruled an accidental drowning, with her diagnosed bipolar disorder listed as a significant factor. The autopsy found no signs of trauma or foul play, and toxicology tests showed she had been under-medicating, which could have triggered a psychotic episode. The official theory is that, in a state of paranoia, she sought refuge in the water tank, possibly believing she was in danger, and accidentally drowned. But for many, this explanation felt incomplete. The physical logistics of her death remained baffling, and the official ruling did little to quiet the storm of online speculation. Elisa Lam's case was horrifying, but it was just the latest chapter in the hotel's long and blood-soaked history. Since opening in 1927, the Cecil has been the site of more than a dozen documented suicides and a host of other violent and unexplained deaths. Its reputation became so dark that it earned the grim nickname the Suicide Hotel. This wasn't just a place for the desperate, it was also a haven for the monstrous. In the mid-1980s, the infamous serial killer Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, called the Cecil home. According to the hotel's legend, he paid $14 a night for a room on the 14th floor while carrying out his horrific crime spree across Los Angeles. He would allegedly discard his blood-soaked clothes in the hotel's dumpsters before walking back to his room, his presence going completely unnoticed amidst the chaos of the hotel. Years later, in 1991, another serial killer checked in. Austrian journalist Jack Unterweger, who was in LA to write about crime, stayed at the Cecil possibly as a dark homage to Ramirez. He used his press credentials to go on ride-alongs with the LAPD, scoping out red light districts. He then murdered at least 3 prostitutes in the Los Angeles area during his stay, using the hotel as his base of operations. The hotel's transient nature and proximity to Skid Row made it the perfect hunting ground, a place where predators could operate in plain sight. This grim history evokes an even older, more widespread urban legend, the vanishing hotel room. In this classic tale, a traveler leaves their sick companion in a hotel room, only to return and find the person, the room, and all evidence of their stay have completely vanished. The hotel staff deny ever seeing them. While the Cecil story is one of documented crime, this legend speaks to the same primal fear, the fear of being erased, of having your reality denied by the very place you sought shelter. After the Elisa Lam case brought global infamy to its doorstep, the Cecil Hotel struggled to escape its past. It had already been partially rebranded as the Stay on Main in 2011, but the original name and its dark legacy were impossible to shake. The hotel closed for extensive renovations in 2017. Then, in a surprising turn, the Cecil Hotel reopened in December 2021, not as a hotel for tourists, but as an affordable housing complex. The plan was to provide around 600 units for low-income and formerly homeless individuals. However, the project has been plagued with challenges from the start, struggling to fill its rooms and meet the complex needs of its vulnerable tenants, who have reported issues with building maintenance and safety. By early 2024, the future of the building was again uncertain, with the ground lease for the property being put up for sale. The Cecil Hotel stands today as a monument to its own dark history. Is it a cursed building, a magnet for tragedy and violence, or is it simply a reflection of the suffering and neglect of its surroundings? A budget hotel in a tough neighborhood that became a warehouse for human misery. The case of Elisa Lam remains a modern-day ghost story, her last moments in that elevator forever looping in the public consciousness. Her death was ruled an accident, a tragic consequence of mental illness. Yet for many, the gaps in the official narrative are too wide to ignore. The locked door, the heavy tank lid, the hotel's history of death, these details fuel the enduring belief that something else happened that night. What we are left with is an unsettling truth. Some places, like the Cecil, become more than just buildings. They become collections of stories, repositories of our deepest fears about what can happen when you check into a room, close the door, and are left alone in the dark. What do you think happened to Elisa Lam? Was it a tragic accident? Or is there more to the story? Let us know your theories in the comments below. And if you found this investigation compelling, please like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most chilling true crime cases.